Hello, very dear one, and welcome to this psychic garden. I'll do an introduction now for this aspect of inner deceiver, and you can go directly to the reading with a timestamp in the description section. So, I'm very happy to work with this aspect. It's a tricky aspect, as its name already shows. Inner deceiver. So, it's that part of ourselves that lies to us, basically. When we say, oh, I've been lying to myself, it's precisely this aspect that is active in our minds. Making up stories to get away with something. And it's funny, right, that sometimes it serves us, but sometimes it's actually against our own growth. And yeah, it's when I say sometimes it serves us, it has served us in the past. It's served at some point, but right now it's not allowing us to grow. And this is how it deceives us. It deceives us to stay on the same place. It's a typical component, for example, of addiction. I'm going to switch the candle here. A typical component in addictions. It tells the addict mind it needs the drug, and it tells stories of why it needs it and of how can it not live without it, and how can you not live without it. All these types of things, right? And yeah, we as humans are configured in a way, so our brains are configured in a way which creates addictive patterns. And the best ally to these addictive patterns is the inner deceiver. So this is what is present in us. As I said, at some point in our life, it served a purpose. And it's for example, in trauma theory, it's precisely the trauma that generates the deceiver. So you generate a world of protection around yourself to protect yourself from a certain situation that happened once or repeatedly. And this world of protection creates the addictive pattern. And the deceiver is the voice that is allowing the addictive pattern to go on and on and on. And when you realize this is when you come to the realization that you might have been lying to yourself. And what you see face to face is the inner deceiver. So this aspect is present in all of us, and it might be more present inside or more present outside. So when I say more present outside I mean we see its reflections, or we see the same aspect in the collective. When we are faced with someone who is deceiving us, literally, someone who is lying to get away with something. So we are healing also this. We are healing the inner relationship with this deceiver and the outer, the one in the collective. Why are we deceiving each other? What's the purpose? And you right now in your life might feel it more present within or more present in the environment. You might be thinking, why is this person lying to me? Or why did this group of people did this in this way, or something like that. So more in the environment. And if you're asking yourself those questions, this reading is going to answer that. And if you are asking more like, in which way am I lying to myself? Why am I lying to myself? And so on. This reading is going to answer that. So look into which aspect, the inner or the outer, is more present in your life right now. And if they are both, if it's a mixture, it's usually like that. It goes from inside to outside and then back in. If this is the mixture you're feeling, direct these questions, this reading to this mixture of inner outer deceiver. Okay, so welcome. I welcome you, I welcome your guides, I welcome all your psychic aspects, complete as they are. And I want to know, I want to talk to the inner deceiver in you, to the deceiver aspect surrounding you. I want to have a conversation with it. My guides are united with it so that we can get answers to heal. And I'm going to ask, what do you need? Okay. Child, okay. And what do you want? Deceiver, what do you want? Deceiver, what do you want? Bloom, okay. Okay, so I asked these two initial questions. It's a typical mix of questions, no? You need something and you want something. And you have a strong desire for something, but you can't always get what you want. But you might get what you need. And that's almost directly in lyrics. So what you need is important, right? It's your the natural way of nurturing yourself is tending to your needs. So your deceiving part is asking you to respect the childlike quality in it. The need for tenderness, the need for attention, the need for comprehension, the need for conversation, but not a serious conversation, the need for presence. Your inner deceiver is asking you to look into them as this inner child that is asking for listening. Listen to how I speak. This is what I have to say. And I am not an adult, I'm a child. You have to tend to me as that. Don't pretend for me to grow up. I'm not a grown-up. I'm a kid. Respect that. I need your guidance. Right? This is what your inner deceiver is saying. What does it want? It wants to bloom. It wants, but this is where it starts lying. It starts to say it starts to say to you, this is my way of growth. This is my way of, I need to go this way regardless of anything. This is my direction, and I don't care of what you think, of what you say, because it's mad, because you are not tending to the childlike aspect, or not you, but another aspect of you is not tending to that, or it hasn't felt tended. The environment hasn't tended to this child, this kid that needs for love, comprehension, attention. So it's mad, it gets mad, and they then don't only are satisfied with their needs, because their needs are not being tended, and then they create this desire of and it's a wholesome desire, it's a beautiful desire to bloom, but it's doing it without any restraint. Just, I'm going to bloom, whatever, nothing is going to get in my way. And this might even be destructive to yourself. This is the issue, right? So we're going to look into that. I'm going to be switching the reading in your direction. And I'm going to ask your deceiving aspect in yourself or in those around you. Why do they feel this way? Why do you feel this way? Why do you feel this way? What happened? What made you feel this way? Where do you come from? Why are you feeling this way? Fear. Oh, yeah, I see the whole picture here. Like the whole picture, I mean the picture as in a film develop. Yeah, so there was something that trapped you Okay, so I'm having some issues with the camera, and this is how the reading evolved. I don't know up until which part you got in the first initial two cards. But then I got from an oracle the fear card, and then I asked 3 questions, and I got clear answers for them. But I'm going to repeat this reading because this is how it is when the recording doesn't work. So I want to know why this deceiving energy is feeling that they want something and they are going to do everything they can to get that, when this need of a child being supported is not being met. Okay, why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling this way? Why are you feeling this way? Rejection. Wow. So yeah, in the first round I got the fear card. Now I get the rejection card, and there's this reason for repeating the reading. This reading has a lot of information, so it wanted me to go back and listen to this fear rejection part. I think this is very clear. I think this is very clear in your own story, and you know what these 2 words trigger. So you are the one who knows and owns this story, and your psychic aspect is making all it can to avoid rejection. And then it's setting you, like it's saying, let's bloom in this direction, let's bloom in this direction, let's bloom in this direction, grow, 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 go, right? Sometimes it's good to pause. Your whole being needs to know that right now, sometimes it's good to pause, okay? So I'm going to do the reading fairly quick. I'm going to ask specific questions, and the Hierophant already wanted to come out. When I said quick, it said, okay, let's do it. Because of my camera problems, I don't know how long the video might last. So, what do you want from me? Hierophant. They want guidance, okay? I asked your inner deceiver what they want from you. They want guidance. They want trust. They want to feel acknowledged, and they want you to let them know what the world is about. They want to obtain wisdom from you. They want guidance. They want to hear your own wisdom, your own voice, okay? And but when they are they sometimes to get away with something, sorry for that, to get away with something, they might behave as an authoritative voice. Yeah, sometimes this deceiver, inside or outside, wants to subjugate. Okay, wants to subjugate the healthy parts of yourself, which are growing in a healthy direction. They come in and say, this is the last word. This is it. I'm the one who leads. And when you hear this inside yourself or outside, you know it's the deceiving voice, okay? What can I do for you? What can you do for your inner deceiver aspect? What can you do for this external deceiver aspect? What can I do? What can you do? Okay, the Sun. Give them clarity. Give them the whole story. Tell them how things are. Give them, again, this wisdom, this knowledge, this all that you know, all that you've grown. Teach them the way to grow. Teach them the way to clarity. Let them know that, yeah, of course, it's good to bloom. But I'm going to give you the sun. Trust in me. I have the energy for you to bloom. You cannot bloom without myself. We bloom together, okay? What is the lie this deceiver is telling you? What is the lie this deceiver is telling you? What is the lie this deceiver is telling you? 7 of Wands. Telling you it's fighting for your own best good. It's telling you that, okay? It's telling you it's fighting for your own best interest, which not so much, because the inner deceiver just sees for itself. The outer also just sees for itself. It cannot. It fights for its own good, but they tell you it's for both of you, for your complete being. Not true. Okay. Let me see if the video is recording still. Gosh. Yeah, I'm sorry for this interruptions. I'm sorry for the interruptions in this reading. Okay, let's see. What is the lie this deceiver is telling itself? This is the worst part. Like deceivers, yeah, 4 of Swords. Okay. The deceiver is playing the role of a silent, quiet, I'm just here resting, I'm just here not harming anyone, I'm just here, this is kind of, and it's telling itself also this. It's lying to itself, saying, I wasn't doing anything, I was just lying around. It's convinced of this truth. Oh, it's a tactic. It's a tactic that it's so ingrained that the deceiver itself cannot see it. And this is a sad truth. What for? Why are you deceiving, deceiver? King of Cups. It wants to be powerful and vulnerable at the same time. It needs to feel powerful and vulnerable at the same time. And this is a basic human need. We all do that. We all need that. But how is the question? How are we going to get that, obtain that, is the question. And not through lies. And this is why we're doing this reading. We're going to obtain that through a path of clarity, of truth, of honesty. And we're going to have to go through those anxieties and those fears and the rejection, and we will have to go through that. And it's okay to want to feel vulnerable and powerful at the same time. It's okay. We can go after that. And again, how is the question, okay? The inner deceiver is kind of playing the role of, I'm going to fight for your own best, and then it makes a little mess, and then it says, wait, I was just resting here, I was not doing anything wrong, I was just quietly, and then it's doing all of this, it's playing these roles because it wants to feel connected to the love force that is your birthright. Okay? How has the inner deceiver served you? How has the inner deceiver served you? Hanged Man. Okay. Simply to gain a perspective that can make you go through very difficult situations, uncomfortable situations. Okay, so this is how the reading ended. We had more problems with the video, but it has served you to gain new perspectives, other perspectives, your own perspective through challenging situations. Then we asked 3 last questions, and this is how the reading went through. High Priestess, 5 of Cups, and 8 of Pentacles. I'm going to do a second part of this reading with analyzing also the cards that are here, but we are going to clarify basically the 2 first lines and then do a fresh third line. Okay, this is what your guides want me to do. And of course, we are dealing with a very complicated energy here, and this is why these all things are happening. Okay, so I wish you all the best. It was a beautiful reading. You are a beautiful being, and I see you doing amazing work there. So stay around, share, like, subscribe, and again, all the best. Ciao.